if you could sort of explain sort of the dynamism of the local marketplace, what's happening there, and how you guys are changing your business to meet that growing need.
Sure. Well, first, I'll say that the local marketers are probably some of the most sophisticated marketers that you'll find out there. Primarily because when you think about their investment spend in media, in advertising, it could be a significant portion of their operating expense. So they can't afford to make mistakes. They could literally damage their business and not be able to recover. So they've become very in tune with what's available in the digital marketplace and learning more and more what's available on the traditional linear or targetable type of marketplace. And for us at Comcast, what we wanted to do is get closer to those decision makers, to those marketers on the local place. So we realigned our organization to become much more customer centric. We've delayered the management team so that not only the senior leadership, but that all the way down to the sellers, they're freed up to spend more time with their clients, being consultants and understanding what's their business, what are the nuances and the challenges that they have, and how can we provide a scalable, viable solution for them.
So how does technology fit into all of that in terms of the opportunities for self-service, for targeting, the tool set that you're providing local advertisers?
Yeah, it's a great question. So the first thing is the targetability, either in the basics of a geographic level, so that you're only within a particular trading area for a local marketer. And then it becomes, okay, now that I know the geography of where you're operating your business, how do I overlay audiences and important viewers or customers, whether they're potential customers or existing customers? So we use our first-party data to get a better understanding of who they are by talking to these marketers, getting an understanding of how they segment their consumers, and then providing targetable audiences for them. A great example is we had a local pizza client who said, I know exactly who my audiences are. I have the CEO, which is the chief eating officer, the mom feeding her children. I have the sports fanatics who are only ordering pizza when they're watching sports environments. And then I have this other segment of people who are buying pizza because it's more a cost-effective or an efficient way to save money and yet have a sustainable meal while they're watching television or doing anything else. And so for us, we took that kind of insight, which we've never been able to do before, and segmented 3 different audiences in terms of the types of viewers, the content they're viewing, still within that local geographic trading area, and created different proposals and plans so that they can have either different creative or different messaging with the same creative to 3 different audiences, again, within the same geography. 3 years ago, we could not do that. Today, we can do that not only for pizza, but think about it for local financial services, all the way through to QSRs, to automotive. And the dealership world especially has been very good about segmenting and targeting their audiences, and we're providing those media solutions in a turnkey way.
So how does that, what does addressable mean to you? Is that what addressable means, addressing a group, or how about addressing a home in particular?
Yeah, so it's a great question because addressable has, just like programmatic had of old, different definitions. The first thing is being able to address the household. And then within the household, can you address the glass? And so it becomes whether it's geographically addressing all the way down to IP addressing. With us, the first phase is the geographic addressing and making sure that you're within the geography addressing the various audiences. And then the second phase will be getting more to the IP addressable so that you can literally target the device, whether it's the glass on the big flat screen all the way down to the mobile device as well.
And what about working with, you mentioned about the pizza restaurant, what about the whole scope of working with first-party data and working with local advertisers, and where might that be going?
Another great question. So for us, we have such a wealth of data that we can provide that to these local markets. And here's how, partnering with Experian or looking at other data sources in terms of saying, here's how we view your audience within your segment. Tell us, is that right? And if you have other data, can we match it anonymously and ensure that we're not missing a particular targetable audience for you? So many marketers in the past said, I don't know who my customer is. I'll recognize them when I see them. And now it's become much more sophisticated and said, I know exactly, like the pizza example, I know exactly who my customers are. I just don't know how to reach them. Can you help me connect the dots there? Be that connective tissue.
And looking at local media as part of the mix, as part of the opportunity for marketers, I know you guys also sell some national brands.
Yes.
How do you see the power or the value of the local cable operator and sort of the changing world of advanced TV? And we've been talking about this stuff for a while, but what are the opportunities?
I think the opportunities are multifold in terms of marketers need to reach these consumers. These consumers are more fragmented than ever. It used to be easy to buy the first 5 networks, the big networks, even within a local market, and now we're recognizing the average household is viewing 17 plus networks on any given day, and because holy cow, how do you target them? So for us as a cable, as a MVPD or anyone within the industry, you have to be able to go broader to get across those networks and go deep with the same level of out-of-pocket costs, so that you're therefore becoming much more efficient. Other marketers have always said, hey, I just need to be in prime time. We've done studies that show through this new TV study and released through a white paper that nearly 2/3, a little bit actually more than 2/3 of all the viewing audiences occur outside of prime time. So it becomes, okay, prime time is good and it's important, but that shouldn't be your end all be all. So a lot of these markets had these preconceived notions of what they should be doing there. Or when they could afford it, they just wanted to be in live television, whether that's sporting events or news, and we're educating them in terms of, yeah, that's still important, but there's other things that happen episodically live that we can target on a localized basis on your behalf that'll be just as effective, if not even maybe more efficient than what you've been traditionally doing.